Monza is an engine track, it's known as an engine track. Is still a challenge in the freezing age?
Monza is, for engine people, Monza is still the most important race. I would say that Monza and Spa are the two races where the engine performance is still playing a big role. So even though the possibility of modifying the engine is very limited by regulation, it's still very important we go there with the right reliability and the maximum performance, because there we can do a biggest contribution to our team.
Ferrari, as an engine manufacturer, had some reliability issue at the beginning of the season. We are close to the 14th race of the season. What is the situation now in terms of the Scuderia, availability of engines and customer teams?
Unfortunately, we started the season with some reliability problem. You know that we can use the 8 engine during the season, so we plan our development and our reliability improvement to be sure that we don't use a 9th engine. So we think to have done a good job on this, but we can judge how good our job was at the end of the season. So for Ferrari and our customer teams, we are trying our best to avoid to use a 9th engine. The usage of the engine at this moment of the year is part of the strategy of the team. This means that we are not obliged to use an engine till the end. We can use a fresh engine in Spa, and maybe we can use a fresh engine in Monza. The most important thing is that then we end the life of these engines till the end of the season.
Spa has seen the interruption of a positive trend of growth of the performance of the F10. What is your feeling before Monza and before the last 5 races of the season?
I think the team has done an impressive development program during the season. We have seen various steps, and of course no one of us is happy about the result in Spa. The result in Spa was much below our expectation. We think that the car was better than the performance it showed in Spa. So, apart from the fact that Monza is an important race for us because the Italian Grand Prix, it's very important also to prove that what we introduced in the car was a step forward, and we are confident our performance there will be better than the one we showed in Spa.
It's almost 1 year since you've been back in Ferrari. What is your feeling after those 12 months?
Still, I have the same excitement at the beginning. It's great to be here. It seems to have been always in this team, and at the same time every day I'm learning new things. It has been a tough beginning due to reliability problem, but I think we have done a good job. So we have a lot of things, a lot of good steps we have to show during the season. Meanwhile, also we are working, thinking about next year. We are introducing again the cars. We are deeply involved on this. Last, I would like to say that finally also I got the feeling to win again. That was something I hadn't proved in the last year, so it was great, and hopefully I will have the same feeling more frequently in the future.
Tests are not fully analysed, but first indications are that everything is positive, so we have no particular concerns over the aero package introduced in Spa. We did find after the race in Spa a reasonable amount of damage to some of the aero components of the car, and we also retested those components in Vairano and confirmed that there was some performance loss due to the damaged components. So we have a little bit of work to do to make those parts of the car a little bit more robust so we don't suffer from that problem in the future.
How do you see the F10 performing in Monza?
Monza should be a reasonable circuit for us. We know one of the strengths of the car compared to the competition is its braking performance. I think, as everybody knows, Monza is a very critical track for braking performance. So it's definitely one of the strong points of our car. The slow speed chicanes, the car's been reasonably good this year, and the couple of medium speed corners in Monza should suit us reasonably well. So No, we're expecting a reasonable result at Monza. We're expecting to be competitive. Having said that, there's always a little surprise at Monza because it's a unique aero package. We use a level of downforce in Monza that we don't use anywhere else. All the teams are developing a specific aero package that's only used at Monza. So there's always a chance of somebody to come up with a bit of a surprise in Monza because they've done a particularly good or a particularly bad job of their low downforce aero package.
And how do you see our chances in the championship with 6 races remaining?
Look, obviously our situation in the championship is quite difficult. I don't think you'd call us favourites at the moment. But there are a lot of points up for grabs at every race this year. And we've seen the situation swing quite dramatically from race to race, where you have teams picking up a 1-2 one week and then really struggling the following week. So we need to be really consistent for the last 6 races. We need to get the absolute maximum out of the car and out of the team, and if we do that, I think we can go to the last race still in with a chance of picking up a championship.
Monza is a Ferrari home race. How do you cope with this appointment of being an Australian who lives in Italy since more than 10 years?
Yeah, no, Monza is definitely a second home race for me. In some ways, there's even more pressure on for me at Monza because I know how important the race is for Ferrari and for Italy. So no, it's definitely a hectic weekend. It's always a weekend where we want to perform to our absolute best and make sure that we give the best possible result to all of our fans that will be filling the grandstands.